I'm Donna Maxey. I am the founder director of Race Talks, and we're really excited to see you here. I just wanted to do kind of an introduction about what Race Talks is about. We're doing this for newcomers. Race Talks was started out of when I was asked to speak at a McMenamin's History Pub, and the topic was urban renewal, urban removal. We have the Race Talks ground rules, try to encourage people to follow these rules. And they're important that people feel safe being here. I've had people of color who have said, this is the first time I've ever told a white person how I really feel. And I've had white people who have said, this is the first time that I was able to talk about race and not worry about putting my foot in my mouth. I feel safe to talk. I feel safe that I will be accepted and I won't be beat up for saying or asking what seems like an obvious and stupid question. So that's really important. So what we encourage people to do is to listen to each other with curiosity, respect differences, agree to disagree. You don't have to agree with everything somebody says. You can agree that that's their opinion. Speak from the self and from the heart. You know, speak from your own experience, not someone else's. Respect confidentiality. Now, because you're involved in these discussions, you have a right to go out and share the discussion that happened at your table. But what we're asking you to do is, if you do share something that someone else has said, to not give their name, to not give their location. Contribute honestly and positively. That's all we can ask anybody to do. And assume positive intent. Even if somebody says something and you feel like you want to roll your eyes and say, how could you be so stupid? Assume that they really had best intentions when they said what they said. Be open to new ideas and relax and enjoy. There are a couple of premises that we have here at Race Talks, and there's a great book that I'd love for you to read. It's called Courageous Conversations in Race. It is a part of the foundation that I used in helping to put together Race Talks. And one of the things that they talk about in Courageous Conversations in Race is that we make the assumption, we do talk about race and white is a race, and we make the assumption that white people have privilege. And a lot of white people would say, I don't have privilege, I work my butt off. Well, yes, you do work your butt off. But what you don't know is that people of color work harder, and they have to. And to help you kind of understand that, think of yourself as a fish. You wouldn't ask a fish, how's the water? Fish don't even know they're in water. Just like white people don't know that they have privilege. But I'm a fish too. But somebody threw me on the dock. And every so often I get to jump in the water. When I get a degree or I get a promotion or something great happens, I get to jump in the water and be like, wow, is this what it feels like? This is great, I'm loving this. And then next thing I know, somebody snatches me out and throws me back up on the dock, and I'm up there gasping for air. So it's not that white people don't work hard, because they do. So people have different levels of privilege that they get to exercise. And one of the things that really happens is that I think of life as being like a 100-meter race, and poor white people start at 0 at the starting line, all the way up to the Rothschilds who start at 97. Those people of color start back behind that starting line, back to African Americans who are back at -50. And you say, why African Americans back at -50? Well, we're back at -50 because we're the most maligned group here in the United States. And when we're back there, we're blindfolded, one leg tied behind us carrying a piano, and the gun goes off. And we wind up either slightly behind, even, or slightly ahead. And the question is, how do you manage to do that when you've started so far behind? And it's because you know you have to work harder. So sit back, relax, enjoy, and we will have a wonderful discussion afterwards. Thank you all for coming, and we're really excited that you're here.